At the age of 16, I started working at the Hudson River Maritime Museum in Kingston, New York, up on the Hudson River. And from there, I met a lot of really influential people who helped influence my passion in the industry. And one of them actually went to one of the academies, and he told me a lot more about them. And from there, I just kept on getting more interested and kept on digging and getting more research, and that's how I found out about Maritime. I plan on selling on my license and seeing the whole world. The CAP program has made attending SUNY Maritime more affordable, which is a tremendous help given the rising cost of college. While I've already had to take out loans for my education, this program allows me to borrow less, ultimately reducing my financial burden after graduation. My top 3 tips for someone applying in the CAP program is obtain good grades, try to get industry experience, and apply for it. Don't count yourself out of the scholarship. The Regimental Cadets, from day one, from when you first get into INDOC, it offers a disciplined lifestyle immediately, and it teaches and improves upon your leadership and communication skills. For the rest of your life, you'll use that. And I've still used that today, even being at Maritime. I cadet shipped with Hornbeck Offshore down in the Gulf of Mexico. I was on a MPSV, it's called a multi-purpose supply vessel. It's a ship with a helipad on it and a crane on it. And they have these 2, what they call ROVs, remote operated vehicles. And they drop them in the Gulf of Mexico, and they'll lower them down to like 3,000 feet even. And they'll inspect the pipes with them, they'll work on the pipes with them. It's a really cool whole operation that they have going on. Really cool experience to see all that. I got a lot of bridge work time, I got a lot of deck work time, and it was just a really good experience overall. I fell in love with the offshore work, and definitely something I would consider pursuing in the future.
Stephanie DeMann. I'm currently in my junior year at SUNY Maritime. I'm a second class in the Regiment of Cadets. I'm a mechanical engineering major with an engine license. I'm from Millbrook, New York, and I grew up working on cars at my house here with my family, especially my father, who was also a graduate from Maritime. And I've just always looked up to that and seen it as such a great opportunity, and always wanted to explore how I would fit into the maritime industry. Following graduation, I will be sailing on my license for at least 3 years. That's my obligation that I'll be giving back to the Navy, because I'll also be commissioning. But I hope to use my license for more than that. And hopefully I'll also be using the knowledge that I learn while I'm sailing to then transition to a shoreside job. Growing up, I've always visited the campus. We've always driven, on vacations going to Long Island. I've always driven over it, and my mom and my sister and I would always stop, and she'd explain that, oh, like, your father went here, like, he graduated here, like, these are the same dorms that he was in. And my brother also graduated from Maritime 2018. So I've always been on the campus growing up, whether it be visiting, walking through the museum, or going to my brother's INDOC graduation, or eventually his college graduation. Maritime's always just held a special part to me. I first heard about it right before I started Maritime, right before I went to INDOC, because I had applied through the general application, and I had heard back from the school that I had been selected for the CAP program. It's taken a huge burden off not only my shoulders, but I understand my parents' shoulders as well, as they're helping me through college. It's one less thing to think about, and I'm just so grateful for that. So I've had a great time in the regiment. I've found that it has helped me not only in my personal life, but in my academics, just staying more focused and more driven to get things done rather than just pushing them off or procrastinating. And it's helped me join the NROTC program, because it's such a smooth transition from the regimental life that we live every day into the NROTC unit. Go for it. There's no reason not to. Especially if you're thinking of coming to SUNY Maritime, there's so many wonderful opportunities, not only in engineering, but in science majors as well. And I see no downside to it. The regimental life especially will help you in your future, and the education and the unique opportunities that Maritime offers are unmatched. Maritime offers so many wonderful opportunities that are unparalleled, and even my friends that I talk to from high school, none of them are doing what we're doing, and none of them are getting the hands-on experience that we're getting. at such a young age, before we even graduate college. I went with a company called Skylar Line Navigation Company. I was on an oil tanker in South Korea, Japan, Guam, Singapore, and the Philippines. Being from Maritime is such a high honor to hold among not only merchant mariners, but among just graduates in general. Being able to say that you're from SUNY Maritime, and especially in the Regiment of Cadets, it puts you above a lot of other people that are maybe going for the same job as you, or it just gives you a sense of pride to know that you've worked so hard for what you've earned.